right, here we are at the beginning of our adventure for today. Today we're going to take the Tennessee Road up to the Wilderness Road and hike on up to the Tri-State Peak. The Tri-State Peak is pretty neat. It's where Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee all meet in one spot. So if you're ready for this adventure, let's move on up the trail. Well, we've come up the trail a little ways and we've come upon this. This is the remains of an old iron furnace. This furnace was here from 1820 until the 1880s. All that's left of it now is just a little bit of the chimney of the blast furnace. But on this sign is a picture of what it used to look like. Definitely was a much bigger building. You can see it also had a water wheel. There's a little stream that runs beside this that actually originates up in Gap Cave, way up on top of the mountain there. Well, let's walk a little closer to this and see what we can see. Here's a closer look at the iron furnace. Look at the size of the rocks they used to make this chimney. Well, they've got an iron gate in front of this now. Years past, you used to be able to go in here. Let's get a look inside. Wow, look at that. Well, this thing has been standing here for 200 years, 1820. It's not in the best shape, but what's left of it is in pretty good shape. All right, let's back out of here and have a look around. All right, we are back on the outside of this old iron furnace, and there's a stream that runs right next to it. This stream actually originates up in Gap Cave, way up in the mountain there, and makes its way down here and powered this mill for all the years it was here. Not much water running in it today, but we've had a pretty dry fall. All right, let's get one last look at the iron, what's left of the iron furnace. And all right, well, let's get on the Tennessee Road and get on our way. All right, we are leaving the iron furnace area and we are going to take the trail that is the old Tennessee Road. This will take us up to the Wilderness Road and we'll follow that up to the Gap and then we'll catch our trail to the Tri-State marker from there. Well, let's get moving. All right, we're a little further up now. As you can see, the trail makes a big horseshoe turn and goes up the hill again. I think we must be getting close to where it joins into the Wilderness Road. Let's walk on up and see what we can see. All right, here's where the Tennessee Road hooks into the Wilderness Road. Now, if we were to turn right, that would take us back toward Virginia. But if we go left, that will take us to the Cumberland Gap and on into Kentucky. That's the direction we're going to go. So I'll meet you guys at the top of the hill at the Saddle of the Gap. Well, that sign looks familiar, and it should, because we are back at the Saddle of the Cumberland Gap. As you see the road going downhill again, that's the road into Kentucky. But today we are going to go see the Tri-State marker, and we're going to take this trail up to the left. So if you're ready to get going, let's get walking. Well, we've walked up the Tri-State Trail just a little bit and come upon this pyramid. Now, this is called the Daniel Boone Pyramid. And if you remember from a previous episode, I said that US 25E used to run right through here. The parking lot for this pyramid used to be like right there, and the road was not 10 feet from it. It's amazing how they've changed this back to the way it looked originally. Now, this marker marks the Saddle of the Gap, which is over there we just came from. But this was put up in 1915 to commemorate Boone's Trail or the Wilderness Road or Boone's Path, all those good things. And this side is marked by the Tennessee Daughters of the American Revolution. And this side is marked by the Kentucky Daughters of the American Revolution. This side is marked by the North Carolina Daughters of the American Revolution. And last but not least, this side is marked by the Virginia Daughters of the American Revolution. And they're all paying tribute to Daniel Boone. This thing is in remarkably good shape considering it's been here since 1915. And at one time when the road ran through here, it was visible from the road. All right, well, the path leads on, so let's follow it. All right, we've moved up along the trail a ways. We've come into this area. During the American Civil War, the Cumberland Gap was extremely important to both the Union and Confederate armies. This area changed hands 4 times during the war, and although there was never a battle here, they made sure to destroy anything useful that they had before they left the area. One time when the Union was retreating, there was a storehouse here, and they set it on fire. There were cannon shells stored inside, and they exploded and caused this crater that you see all around us. According to what I've read, the explosions lasted for 18 hours and threw rocks up to 3 miles away. You can see the jagged edges of the cliffs, and there are some rocks laying around here, but this whole crease that you see we're standing in was caused when that munitions building exploded. All right, well, we've got some more trail in front of us, so let's just move along. All right, as you can see, there's a bench in front of us on the trail that I'm fixing to use. The trail through this part has been very rough in places, and it's mostly uphill. So if you're planning on doing this trail, be aware that it has some rough surfaces and a lot of uphills. All right, well, I'm gonna go over and take a break on that bench, and I'll meet you on up the trail a little bit. Well, all right, I managed to get myself up off that bench, and we've come up the trail a ways. As you can see, still going uphill, and it's pretty steep. Also, too, you can see all the rocks sticking up out of the ground here. Definitely an area you want to be careful with, folks. Well, let's keep climbing. All right, there is our destination in front of us. That is the tri-state marker. Let's walk on up here and have a look. All right, folks, we're up in the tri-state marker. And the 3 states are Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia. You see they've got this nice little gazebo up here. And if you stand on this spot right here, you're in all 3 states at the same time. Look at the view from up here. It's a pretty good climb to get up here, but it's well worth the walk. Also, too, in front of the markers, each state has its name in the ground. And we'll finish up here with Kentucky. One last view into Kentucky. That town down there is Middlesboro, Kentucky. And I don't know how you top this view, so we're going to wrap it up right here. Hope you enjoyed today's adventure. If you did, be sure to give us a like, don't forget to share, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see y'all next time.